Hello, we're on day 29, almost day 30 now, oh god. And yeah, starting right out, we are starting to overheat. I kind of went a little too far out, and I spent a little too long gathering materials out here, although after all of the traps that we crafted, we do kind of have to get some more grass at the very least, because you don't want to run out of that stuff. But unfortunately, we very quickly, in the new day, start overheating, and this is what it looks like when you start taking damage. And if you can see our health bar over there, it is going down fast. So I'm booking it as fast as I can. It is painful to watch this. It is painful to experience this. Taking heat, or like overheating or freezing damage, is always a really stressful time, because there's just nothing you can do about it if you don't have like a bonfire or an endothermic fire in this case to cool you down. Luckily we got through it with still maybe a little under half of our usual health, but still not a very fun experience to go through. And right here I decide, for some reason, just to cook all, or a good amount of our eggs, because those things are going to go bad at some point, and I figure better to use them, even if we don't really have much to make out of them at the moment, than just let them sit there and waste away. So we put one thermal stone away, and we take the other fresh one out. I could have used that one because it actually cooled down in Chester somehow, because I guess he was near the endothermic fire pit, which kind of weirds me out. It seems like they get cool very quickly, considering they're in Chester's stomach, or his mouth. I don't know, he doesn't really have a stomach. If he did, it'd probably digest all of your items if you kept it in there too long. But he's just kind of a mobile mouth, and that way he's kind of like Kirby. Just eat anything, except in this case he does not take on the properties of the items that he eats. Although that's not necessarily true. There are ways that Chester can sort of evolve his form, actually, if any of you did not know. I think actually due to some stretch goals in the Chester plush Kickstarter that Clay Entertainment ran, they unlocked both Shadow and Winter Chester, something to that extent, Snow Chester, or whatever they called him. It was basically a black and white furred Chester. The black furred Chester, the Shadow Chester, is crafted by anyways, it's unrelated. I'll talk about it in a little while, but we actually have some coming up here. Killer bees. Alright, so if you see normal bees' nests, that's gonna be normal bees, unless it's during the spring, then they'll be angry at you. If you see these things, these really nasty, spiky, kind of red things with yellow interiors and like the, just very geometric, sort of creepy design. They almost look like they are crafted by Maxwell himself. They have the same kind of design and motif, lots of curled, spiky things coming out and just really unpleasant looking. Run away from those. They have a lot of killer bees in them. The killer bees will all come out in a swarm. These things mostly spawn in biomes full of killer beehives, so basically the more you run into the biome, the more killer bees you're gonna piss off. And it's not even a matter of like, oh, these things are gonna like pinch you a little bit. It's, you are going to get overwhelmed by a million bee stings in literally seconds if you don't keep running. So take it from me, I've died plenty of times to them before. Just run. Unless you have something that can deal with them without you getting hurt, or if you have something to protect yourself, by all means go ahead. If you have something that can hurt them all at once, even better, because it's not great to fight them just one at a time, because they hit you so many times at once. So one suggestion, if you happen to be fond of playing as Wendy, is Abigail, her ghost sister, who you can summon to help you in combat. She can stun lock multiple enemies at once. Ow. As you saw there, that hurt like hell. it's a good thing we have some touchstones in place, or like this could literally end our playthrough very, very quickly. But what was I saying? So is Wendy with Abigail. She can stun lock small enemies very easily. This applies to spider nests very well, and it also applies to killer bees. So in both those cases, you can actually use Abigail to stun lock them all. She won't take too much damage, and she'll kill the things in a snap, and then you can just destroy their hive without any consequences, really. I mean, you know, you might get stung, and if there's other nearby ones, that's bad too, but anyways. Also, we hear a pig in the distance fighting off some bees. And we got the last piece of the Teleportato, the potato thing. So that's pretty cool. And it's turning to night, so we gotta put this on. And this just shows you how many bees can start swarming after you, and these guys will chase you for a good distance. So see, each killer beehive holds 6 bees. They're all angry at you. They all do quite a good bit of damage, and you can get like easily 20, 30, 40 bees chasing you, so just run like hell. Luckily, I don't think Chester pisses them off too much, so I think Chester makes it out of this alright, but yeah. And going back to Chester, go around full circle, making Shadow or Snow Chester, all you have to do is have 9 Nightmare Fuel or 9 blue gems, and you have to fill up every slot of his inventory on a full moon. It has to be on a full moon, I just want to clarify. And you fill his inventory full of those. They can be kind of hard to get that many, like you really have to prepare to do this, and you have to know how to do this, but basically once you do that, Chester will evolve into either Snow or Shadow Chester, depending on what you put in him. Shadow Chester gets an extra 3 inventory slots for 12 total spots, which is really nice if you want more storage space. But Snow Chester acts as a mobile refrigerator, or an icebox, so if you want to carry around food and keep it preserved in Chester, then that's a way to do it. I'm not sure if that applies to all things. I don't think it works as effectively for like thermal stones. I could be wrong though, somebody correct me if I am, but that's an interesting aspect. So we start overheating again here, and after the experience we already had and looking at how much health we have left, I'm actually a little surprised we survived this episode. Another wrong move and I would have been dead. So I'm glad that I bolted when I did. And then these hands try to snuff out our fire, but they're so close to the edge, or they're so close to the fire itself that we can just stomp on them immediately. Anyways, that's the end of day 29. We are on to day 30 now. This is going pretty nicely, I have to say. So we put away some food, and that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching, everyone. I will catch you all next time.